Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Stepniewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. I'm only here to entertain you and to remind you to only buy on red candles. In today's video, I'm talking about Cardano ADA, and full disclosure, I am not being paid to make this video, but I am a holder of Cardano. And the sad truth is, I'm going to be pumping my brakes when it comes to adding to my position. Of course, I always recommend, DCAing, make sure that you get your average down nice and low as you possibly can. Because I think when I started to buy into ADA, it was, it was probably close to like $1.75. And now she's marinating down in the low 40s. So I've added to my position, and probably my average buy is like around 50 cents or something for ADA. And you know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let it chill there. I don't think I'm going to buy anymore. Let's just wait and see where it goes. And the reason that I'm saying that is because um, I didn't realize how slow it was. And not that it's slow, meaning that the network is so congested, it's only able to do X amount of transactions per second. No, it's more like she's a ghost town, people. She's a ghost town. ADA is a ghost town. Now, ADA is a proof of stake blockchain already. And as you know, Ethereum just went to proof of stake. So this has already been a proof of stake. You have to wonder, why aren't there more transactions going on over at Cardano? What's the situation here? And one of the people, and of course, people that are Bitcoin maxis, people that are Ethereum maxis, people that are gold maxis, they're always going to shill whatever it is that they believe in and that they hold the most, of course. But a big Ethereum maxi is this guy named Evan Van Ness. Now, Evan Van Ness, like, all tweets pretty much incessantly about Cardano, how he deems it the zombie chain. The zombie chain over there, nobody's over there. Nobody's conducting business over there at Cardano. And he's an Ethereum maximalist. So you would expect for him to have this kind of, like, everything sucks, but Ethereum. That's the way the maximalists are. Let's just take a quick peek at this article, because there was a lot in this article that I didn't know. I didn't know a lot of this stuff. So let's get to it so that you can know what I now know. Cardano is nearly dead, claims Ethereum maximalist. According to a popular Ethereum maxi, Evan Van Ness, Cardano is nothing more than a zombie chain. Now, this guy, Van Ness, just to let you know, he does have a very large Twitter presence. He's got about 90,000 followers on Twitter, and he does bag on Cardano all day long. Cardano recently celebrated its 5th birthday, and while the coin has become a long way from where it began, skeptics in the space are still unsure of how far Cardano and ADA might go. Cardano's 14.9 billion market cap is nothing more than short of impressive, especially looking at its over 270% growth since January of 2022. Nonetheless, according to popular Ethereum maximalist Evan Van Ness, Cardano is nothing more than a zombie chain, gaining its traction from ADA bots. So what's the truth? Now, when you're looking at this, it can be a little deceiving, because I just want to let you know, when it says it's had a 270% growth since January of 2022, remember, they're not talking about the actual token price, because I think in January of 2022, let me just check it fast, it was north of $1, okay? And right now it's like in the low 40s. They're talking about the market cap. That's what's gone up 270%, because ADA is pretty high up there. I think it's like the 8th coin of all of the different coins in the ranking. Is Cardano becoming a zombie chain? Comparing the per second transactions on Cardano versus Uniswap, Ness pointed out that the former has less than 1 transaction per second, which was substantially lower than Uniswap's. And there's the graph. The 7-day rolling average of daily transaction counts for Uniswap versus Cardano. So Uniswap is red, Cardano is blue. Oh boy. Poor Cardano, show that transactions on Cardano started to dwindle after May 2021, while Uniswap transactions picked up pace in July of 2022, overtaking Cardano's transactions. The low transaction count comes as a shocker when looking at Uniswap's market cap of around $6 billion versus Cardano's $20 billion. Notably, Uniswap also has a higher $1 million in daily fees count compared to Cardano's $10,000 or lower in daily fees. So one makes $1 million and one makes 10,000. That's a big difference. There she is. 10,000 in fees. That's it. To support his claims, Ness further highlighted how despite Cardano's multiple transactions in one, the same doesn't show up on transfer to transaction ratio data. Notably, the Bitcoin ratio of transfers to transactions is 2.7, while ADA ratio is 3. Retailers galore, while ADA whales continue to be cautious. Despite the successful Vasil mainnet launch on September 22nd, apart from the high social volumes, ADA saw no major upticks in terms of price or user activity. Nonetheless, a positive sight for ADA holders or hodlers was the constant number of daily active addresses that have been maintained throughout the bearish spell. However, with the percentage of stablecoin total supply held by whales with more than $5 million at the lowest, it was evident that ADA whales were noting lower confidence. ADA whales have been noting a continued decline. ADA's occasionally high trade volumes are a relief, but some support is needed for long-term hodlers and whales to establish a price above the key $1 mark. And I think it's going to be a very long time before we manage to climb north of $1 for ADA anytime fast. Listen, this chain needs to have more activity. I didn't realize that it was only $10,000 a day. Can that be right? That just doesn't even seem like it's right. I know their fees are significantly lower, but that's crazy low. So these are things that you need to take into consideration whenever you're making an investment. Like, hey, seems like time's a little slow over there at ADA. So keep this in mind. Of course, do your own research. Just understand where the trend is going. More towards Uniswap. And it's looking like ADA is turning out to be a zombie chain after all. And if there's any changes, any upticks in that beautiful graph, I'll keep you posted. But for until now, she's ghost town.